I always do that.
No, it was Weary's fault because he went green too.
How you doing?
I don't miss those.
Oh, mate, give me some time.
But yeah, 8 seconds. On the right, on the right. Yeah, cut. That's 7, 5, 3, 5, 4.
Some bullshit. You did. Probably couldn't have made the shot.
All right, so middle. Yeah, come back, come high now, come high. That's it, that's it. Easy, easy, easy.
Right.
Yeah, cope.
Get in. Stop, Brad. Stop, Josh.
Oh, you're. Oh, fucking. I know you're ready somewhere, man. Hold it. Back here, back.
Yeah, Josh. Yeah. Baby, I don't know. You got this.
I gotta hit that shit.
Thought you had to play defense.
Yeah? I know. Yeah, well. Just watch him alone, half of us, watch him alone. Nice, bro. Yeah, Zach, hi. Easy, easy. Good. Thank you.
What's up, everyone? As you can see, we're back in action on the Wednesday night. It's a good game, real good game. We're a little bit rusty in the first few minutes, but if you know us, whenever there's any form of a break, whether it's a bye or the mid-season break or end-of-season break into the start of the season, we always come out very rusty and we struggle a fair bit, but usually it lasts maybe a full half, if not the full game. And we've got to sort of either grind out the win or we end up with a loss. But this time we had probably a 5-minute to 8-minute period right at the start of the game. We struggled a little bit, but then we started to get a groove on, and I think we played pretty well. Obviously a lot to improve on still, but we moved the ball well. We probably didn't shoot jump shots too well from memory, but we were able to attack the basket and get points at the basket, and hit a couple of shots when we needed to. But then we were pretty solid on defense, rotated, especially at halftime. Bailey, very good young gun, superstar player in the making. But as I've watched him, because I've coached him in CBL, he's very left-handed dominant, and he loves to get back to his left side. And he can got a bit of speed with him as well. So he's got some tricks, got some speed, so he can get into that key. And if he gets in the key, that's really sets up the offense for a mismatch, because he either does his nice little floaters, his step throughs, or he can hit the shooters with the pass. So it really starts to tear the defense apart. So he was doing that a little bit in the first half, but pulled the boys in at halftime, told them stick to his left shoulder, because even if he goes right, pretty much his only offensive move, shot-wise, going to his right, is a step back. So just sort of be ready for that, but stay on the left shoulder, step with him, get their hand up to contest a shot. Otherwise, he's going to try and do a crossover or a spin to get back to his left side, or he's going to pull up and try and step through to the left. So if you stay on his left hand, left shoulder, you can really tie him up, basically, which we did. The boys did, Kopi and Zach especially playing up top. I think Brad was up there a little bit as well, maybe at times, depending on how the rotations were. So we really limited his impact second half, which allowed us to run away, forced them to sort of pass around the perimeter, and we were able to cut them off a bit more. And then with that, it was vice versa for us. On offense, we were probably too reliant and too happy just to sit out on the three-point line, jacking up shots, trying to hit that rather than taking advantage of our size, because they've really only got Scotty, who's the big guy, very athletic, but like all young guys, they love to jump. So if you get it in there, you pump fake, you get him in the air, especially because he is, he can dunk it basically two-handed from a standing start. So he loves to get up, get the big block. So you can easily just pump fake him, get him up in the air. That's why get the body contact up, finish. And the rest of them, Harper's a strong body, but not quite as tall as myself, and definitely not as tall as Leary. Hutto's probably around the same size, but stronger. So, yeah, second half, several line on the three. We hit inside, and as you'll see, I went to work inside, showing my all-round greatness. Not great at anything, just good at a lot. So I decided to stop being lazy, got in, did some post work, and not only did I score from it, but ended up making them sort of overplay me, which opened up a couple of lanes. I think Hutto had a good drive with the fake pass to me, double teamed me, opened up, he's driven in. Kobe got a couple of good cuts in. Leary had a good cut in as well. So yeah, just me being in that vicinity, and then I was able to get a couple of putbacks as well. So really just got us on that run, got us a good gap on the scoreboard, and we were just able to hold on. They weren't able to do their usual high pressure that they usually mismatched. Being that they're young and athletic, they can catch us off guard. They were the team that we were, I think it was 18 points up with 8 minutes to go. I don't know whether it was the last time we played them. It was one of the times we played them. Yeah, we're 18 points up, 8 minutes to go, and we ended up winning by 2 or 3 points. I think we ended up winning by 1. I think we won by 1 because Cade got foul shots on the buzzer and he hit them, so it ended up being 1 point win, I think, to us at most 2. So, but they weren't able to do it this time. We were able to take the pressure, and we just got the scoreboard out far enough, and we just kept going and slowed them down. So really good win. So always a bit to work on. Watching back the footage, our defensive rebounding was quite ordinary. Again, they're young, they're athletic, they go and jump a lot of the time, but we're not boxing out on the perimeter well enough. So you got young athletic guys who like to attack the ring for the rebound, so giving them a run up, They're going to be jumping over the top of myself, Hutto especially, even Leary. They'll get over the top of him. So yeah, we need to tighten up that. Only give them the one shot. We work our butts off to limit them to the one shot, but then we just allow them to get the second, third, fourth. I think there's one play there where they had about 6 opportunities. Pretty sure they got like 6 offensive rebounds in a row, which is just not acceptable. But yeah, overall played well. Personally, my game, I was the culprit of the rebounding on defense. I need to start chasing that ball a bit more, sort of stand back, leaving it for other people, not being quite as aggressive. Need to realise I can jump again. My legs feeling better, even though still got that slight knee issue, but it doesn't seem to affect play. I'm getting through futsal fine, getting through basketball fine. It's just everyday life. When I sit a certain way, sort of seems to be if I sit with it bent, it starts to not feel so great. But it's feeling better every day. So I think I'm on the track to get it. But yeah, I do a proper warm up. Get on the roller and do a couple of stretches before games, and it's fine. So yeah, I can jump again. So I've got to realise that. So instead of just letting these young ones jump all over me, I've got to actually contest these rebounds, get some for myself. Offensively, top scored for the game, 21 points. So as you see, hit 1-3 jump shot. Wasn't feeling great. Probably had. So I hit the 1, but I probably had 4 3 attempts the entire game, and the other 3, it just came out everything felt good until the release, and it just all came out the right hand side. It just came out the side of the hand there. So I got to figure that out, work on that, just get some reps up, get that shot going. Because even at CBL training, same thing, wasn't quite feeling so good there, but that's probably more we're busting our guts, and so you're shooting a lot more fatigued. So a lot of the thing there's the legs plus the knee was a bit tired from the game the night before, so could be an excuse, but we don't do excuses here, so we've just got to figure it out and keep pushing through and figure out how to make it better. Passing, don't think I had to do too much, but I had a couple of nice passes, but nothing spectacular, not my usual. But I think it's because, especially in that second half, as you saw, or as you see, I was giving it off with Hutto more to Brad for them to bring it up, so I could get down, get low, and go to work inside the key rather than being slack and lazy like I always am. Yeah. So when we play teams like that, and we've clearly got the size advantage because it's either I go in and they got to defend me, which leaves Leary or Hutto open, or they got to defend one of them two and it leaves me open, and it's just we've got that good. I can't think what the word is, but that not chemistry. It's just we've got good size that we can take advantage. We're bigger than every other team essentially overall, and a lot of our bigs can still be small. You see a couple of defensive plays there where I was able to even stay with Harper. I had to put that in there to make sure he sees it and sees me lock him down. Old clamps, getting locked down by the old man. But so when we've got that size advantage, and then we can still sort of play with guards as well, it really makes us a tough matchup. So we've got to do that inside out a lot better, but we're working on it. It's just a more lazy thing. But yeah, so overall I think my game was pretty well. Come straight out. Been struggling on the Sunday runs, but it's good to see that it's just limited to the Sunday runs. I was able to get the job done on a Wednesday to top score. Would have liked to hit a couple more threes, but it is what it is. Still top score, so putting the ball in the hoop some way. Don't think there's really much more to my game to really go over. I think my talk was pretty well. Defense was solid. As I said, I clamped down Harper a couple of times. There was one where I'm pretty sure I played great D on Bailey to cut him off, but they called the foul. I honestly don't see what the foul was, but it is what it is. Superstar treatment. We'll move on. But yeah, so that was that game. So came away with the win. I think it was something like 58-43. So a strong win against them to come back from the break. And who we got next week? So we'll come up against the Krakens next week. So they got a sneaky win against the Greyhounds, surprisingly, but they've still got Big Hutch missing. He's still over in Europe living life, having a good time. And so, but Tom's always a threat, so he'll always be on our toes, making sure we cover him. Dylan's always a master of just creating shots from nothing. and he can go for 20, 30, no worries. So we've got to make sure we limit him. But we just got to make sure it's the other boys who have to try and beat us. If we can cut those two out of the game, we'll be in a pretty good spot. So see how we go. But that's next week. That's an issue for next week. Because we did play man against them last time, so I wouldn't mind doing that this time. But we'll just have to see how that goes, see what the boys think of it. But yeah, that's sort of it. So I'll just put the footage in from the Wednesday game. I won't do the Sunday run. Wasn't a bad Sunday run. It was good getting up and down the court. Like plenty of running. It was good for the running. It was fun, but quality probably wasn't quite there. Personally, I didn't do too much. We had a couple of new guys or newish guys. They've been to 1 or 2 sessions now. So I usually put myself on their team just so that others can play with their mates and play with who they're comfortable with. And I'll just sort of take the new scragglers who don't really know anyone. So it was a bit tough for me to get involved properly, but still a good run. I did hit a nice 3 on the buzzer to tie up the first game, and then the second game, I think the only highlight, which is really a down light, was where I missed about 5 wide open layups in a row. So literally just standing there putting it up. Like technically it wasn't wide open. I did have a couple of the guys defending me, but they came out to bit my shoulder, if that. So I should have been finishing the shots, and it just would not go in. It was actually incredible. I felt like I was hitting the right spot on the backboard, but it would just bounce, hit the ring, roll, and just come back out. Quite frustrating. But yeah, so quality's not there. I didn't really do too much. I didn't really hit too many shots that I remember, so I won't bother wasting any time with footage from that. I think the Wednesday game's got some good stuff for you. Futsal, I made a mistake of forgetting to take the clip that clips the phone to the tripod. So I wasn't able to record that game, which is a good thing actually, because we played like shit. We had Joe out, our English superstar import. He's out with a foot injury. So we just didn't have quite that attacker up front who can actually control the ball. I was supposed to be playing defense, but I ended up being on the offensive end quite a bit. But once that ball's at my feet, I really can't do anything with it. So, yeah, we ended up losing. I think it was 5-1, I think. We lost 5-1. And, yeah, so we've got one more game of that. So I'm just going to try and get through the season, finish off this one more game, and then that should be a good chance for my knee to fully recover, because it's really the futsal that does it. The kicking motion just does not agree with it. So once we get past that, I can continue the rehab and it should be fine. And then from after that, it's just full on focus into the Wednesday comp and then gearing up for the CBL. So exciting times, but yeah, with that, enjoy the footage from my Wednesday game. Keep an eye out for upload of next Wednesday's game, the Krakens. Check out the Sunday scrimmage as well. The women's, actually, no, there won't be a women's game uploaded this time, because the last time we played this team, they requested I stop filming mid-game. So I deleted the footage and never uploaded any of it. And so I'm not going to bother even trying to start this week. I'll just skip it. And yeah, because if they didn't want me to film that time, I don't think they're going to. I don't know why. But I'm not someone who's going to make a fuss about it. If anyone doesn't want to be filmed, I'll just cut it off and we'll move on. But so enjoy what's up. Check out everything else, the top 5 players. Keep an eye out for this week's top 5 players. And yeah, just get back in that court. Let's keep grinding, eh? Let's go. All right, catch you next week.